When it comes to money, the truth is one can never have enough of it. While there's nothing better than the idea of unlimited resources without ever having to worry about running out until it's realized, budgeting doesn't have to be a scary thing. In fact, trying to live within means managing expenses does come with its own benefits. So in today's video, we'll explore the top 10 benefits of a frugal life. First up, frugal living allows for time to be invested somewhere else. One of the most pronounced benefits of living within means is the availability of time that could be invested somewhere else. When you're not working all the time trying to finance your extra expenses, you're left with a lot of time to invest in things that you're passionate about. This is by far the most important luxury that a frugal lifestyle could bestow upon you. Because let's face it, time is the only thing that has no replacement in life. Time once gone is gone forever. While the idea might seem a bit counterintuitive, because frugality essentially requires one to reduce expenses on easy pleasures. It certainly starts to pay off long-term when you've invested that saved-up time into something productive over time. You don't have to be working all the time to pay up for things you don't actually need. And for all we know, there might come a time when that passion gets to a place where it actually starts making some money back for you. You never know. Number 2, early retirement. As long as we're on the subject of time, another important benefit a little down the road that a frugal lifestyle could afford you is the luxury of being able to opt for an early retirement. First of all, if you're used to cutting unnecessary expenses, you don't need that large a sum to finance your retirement days. For perspective, if you're able to live comfortably off $4,000 a month, you need only $48K a year to finance your retirement. That being said, retirement investments worth $1 million with a return of 5% per year would be enough to get you by comfortably after retirement. On the other hand, if you're not used to a frugal lifestyle and need $100K a year to cover your expenses, you won't be able to retire before you've managed to put $3 million in the same retirement savings just to cover your routine expenses, which will end up taking more time. Secondly, and more importantly, less expenses mean more saving. The more you're able to set aside for your retirement each month, the sooner you'll have enough to call quits on the job. It's as simple as that. The next time you're getting something you don't actually need, think it over. You might be pushing away the dream of an early retirement a bit farther with your spending today. Number 3, frugality promotes contentment. Wait, how would having a calculative lifestyle lead one to contentment? Allow us to explain. Frugal lifestyle is all about living on less and enjoying it more. First of all, frugality comes from careful financial planning. When you're in control of your finances, it brings a sense of peace into your life. Secondly, you know you're working towards a certain goal, be it financial stability, early retirement, or anything else. With each expense cut, you're making progress towards that goal, which brings happiness into your life. Keep that up for long enough, and you come to realize that the neighbor's bigger home doesn't bother you anymore. The shining new car in the garage across the street doesn't make you fret over the pre-owned car in your driveway. It's just that frugal living shifts the source of pleasure to something better, which ultimately brings a sense of contentment in your life. Number 4, investments become a reality. When you've learned to make sound financial decisions about your regular expenses, it's followed by 2 benefits. 1, you simply have more money, or in some cases, some money to invest anywhere. Secondly, since you're tuned to giving it a thought before you actually spend some money, your investments aren't something you do on a whim. They're now calculated and thought-out decisions, which have a lot more chances of fetching good returns for you. Number 5, less financial stress. Imagine yourself in a situation where you don't have any flexibility with regards to your financial situation. You're living paycheck to paycheck and barely making the ends meet. Should an extra expense like a birthday gift come up in such a situation, you won't know what to do. You'd lie awake at nights, dreading the day when you'd need some emergency cash for an unforeseen situation. That's what financial stress looks like. And one of the most important benefits you get by adopting a frugal lifestyle is that you've a bit of flexibility at your end should such a situation arise, which ultimately leads to less stress. Number 6, frugality increases your net worth each passing day. Rome wasn't built in a day. That's a very well-known expression, which tells us that hard work doesn't make up successful people. Well, it does play its part, yet it's the consistency that ultimately brings them success. The intensity of effort becomes meaningless if small efforts are backed by prolonged consistency. Likewise, being frugal in your day-to-day life gives a big boost to your overall net in the longer run. For perspective, cutting your grocery expenses by $100 a month is not a difficult thing to do. Yet, should you take such a simple step, it'll lead to an annual increase of $1,200 in your net worth. On the other hand, if you're one for spending on a whim, those $1,200 will be gone as soon as the new iPhone hits the market. Number 7. You become more generous. One of the most prominent and distinguishing things about being cheap and being frugal is generosity. Frugality comes with a focus on generosity. A cheap person will most probably sacrifice the financial situation of someone else to improve their own. A frugal person, knowing full well the struggles, will be more willing to cut some more of their expenses to give to someone in need generously. Oh, and they'll still be able to remain within their means. What's more is that you'll end up with more positive and like-minded people in your life whom you can bank on in times of need. Number 8. The ability to weather financial storms. First off, by financial storm, we don't mean the Great Depression or crashing of the stock market. And just so we're clear, those kinds of storms might not be navigated by just being frugal. Yet, there might arise other situations that could prove to be nothing less than an individual financial storm, like losing your job or an illness that's there to stay for some time, etc. Being frugal allows you to weather such individual storms without losing your mind. Such storms might be different in any shape and size on an individual level. If you know how to live within your means and have something saved up for such times, it's easier to get through them. Number 9. Higher risk tolerance. Allow us to explain how the ability to withstand or take higher risks can add benefit to your life. First of all, it's an established fact that a higher return potential always comes with a higher risk. So the ability to tolerate higher risks simply translates into a higher potential for a big return. Now, how does being frugal help with risk tolerance? Simple. When you have some money to invest and know that even if it gets lost, you'll still be able to survive using your skills, you're in a more comfortable position to take a higher risk. If you're spending beyond your means on a regular basis, you can't afford to lose the little savings that come along your way. The only option you might be left with would be a savings account. On the other hand, if you've a habit of living frugally, debt-free, within your means, you can put that money somewhere risky, but with a chance of higher returns. Simply put, you attain the ability to put your money into a mutual fund with a 9-12% potential return instead of a savings account with only 1% of guaranteed return. And finally, number 10, financial creativity. One of the skills you pick up when you adopt a frugal lifestyle is financial creativity. It goes without saying that cutting your expenses and living within your means requires some level of creativity in itself. Between couponing, checking with multiple stores to get the best deals, using cashback apps, and choosing to do it yourself instead of buying, frugality indeed takes a lot of creativity and ingenuity. You get the hang of finding new ways to not only manage your expenses, but also increase your savings gradually. The more frugal you opt to be, the more creative you have to be and tend to get. It certainly is a fun muscle to flex, and it tends to grow over time should you keep working it out. At the end of the day, you'll be surprised with the progress you'd have made in developing your financial creativity. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think about these benefits of adopting a frugal lifestyle? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.